What's up, cool people? I'm Matt Conroy. So, I've been in Pennsylvania about 2 weeks now, and been having, a lot of good times with my family. There's been quite a lot of stuff going on, what with graduation party preparations and the actual ceremony itself. And this week, we've been kind of doing a staycation sort of thing, but also more days than not, there's been some sort of planned family fun go out somewhere activity sort of thing. So it's not just we're sitting around doing nothing. It's, we're actually trying to do planned fun stuff together. And, I guess I'm just having one of those moments where I really appreciate the fact that my family is the way that it is, and we all get along with each other pretty well, and that, we're able to do stuff like we've been doing this week. I kind of feel bad for people that don't have that family dynamic, because if you're not able to really kind of, rest, relax, recharge, have fun, or even just have any kind of general good time around your family, then there's so many different other things that you're also probably missing out on. It's one of those things where I know for me, no matter where I go or what I'm doing, within reasonable lengths, I doubt I'm gonna really do anything so ridiculous that my family is going to shun me or push me aside or anything like that. Part of what makes our family dynamic so good is that most of us know how not to be jerks to each other, and, we might have our differences on some things, especially on some political, religious, and other views and that kind of stuff. Again, we know how not to be jerks to each other about it, and to really have discussions about things, sure, if it's something that really seems significant and that's weighing on our minds. We don't necessarily share every little tidbit of our lives with each other all the time, but, there's a sense that even if all the other stuff in life is kind of going crazy or is crashing down, or whatever analogy you want to use there, that there will at least be that family support structure. And that, I think, is really what I kind of feel sorry, when I hear other people that don't have a good family dynamic, because you're missing that solid support structure that really is foundational to a lot of other potential support structures you might have in life. I realize it's possible to get by and, to live life with other people that support you and do things like that, but especially if the family dynamic kind of goes south early in life, it becomes a whole lot more difficult to build trusting relationships with other people, just in general. I know there are sometimes some people do kind of stupid or wrong or dangerous or whatever harmful things, whether or not it's to each other. And I'm not saying that those are good, that you should just ignore those, but really I think that family structure is so significant in life. I think just kind of having that fallback safety net is something that I'm really, in the moment, realizing and appreciating. And I think one of the biggest things at least for us, that it's really come down to has been communication and just, like I said, not being jerks to each other about different things that we talk about, different topics that we discuss, or even just different things that are on our minds. And I mean, I don't have parents who are overly harsh or anything like that. They're still, they have stances on things, and they will make those stances known when the subjects come up. But at the same time, there's an understanding approach to it, I guess. There's the point of any discussion and communication isn't to win, vastly unlike our current political climate. But anyway, I'm not gonna divert to that right now. But I do feel like that's somewhat related, because it seems to have fed into just this culture of really just angry communication, and it seems like everybody's out to win arguments and prove they're right, and a whole bunch of stuff that really, it's not how you build trust. That's not how you have good communication with each other, and that's not generally how you get stuff done. Certainly not things that people are content and happy with. And if you're trying to build up any kind of support around something, using that kind of language, having that sort of rhetoric, is not a good way to go about that. And I think that is part of what has made things so divisive within our country, is just because this attitude and this, again, the political climate really seems to be contributing to this almost hateful, certainly angry approach to things. And really, you could even go way back to a video I made, I think within my first year, talking about competitive spirit, and how there's just this culture around us where everything is so competitive, when that's not how we should be looking at life. But anyway, there are other things that have been on my mind that I could talk about, but those are so unrelated to this. I kind of just thought I would leave it at that for now. So yeah, I guess, if I were gonna attach any kind of advice or something like that to this, I would just say that really communication is a big thing. Knowing how to not be a jerk with your words and what you're saying and how you communicate in general, and just talking about stuff in general too. I mean, I'm not always the first to open up real quickly when something's on my mind, but eventually, once it's built up so much pressure within me that it's like, I gotta say something. I know my family's there to talk about it, and we just kind of know that we can talk about stuff with each other, whatever it might be. So anyway, yeah, communicate. It's a really good thing. And I'm not gonna really give specific advice on certain things to do to communicate, or how I'm not gonna say, here's how you should change your communication or anything like that, because everybody's situation is a little bit different. But if you've got questions or comments or thoughts or anything related to video, communication, family dynamics, I'm certainly no expert on the matter, but leave a comment. I'll let you know what I think about stuff, whatever it is that you mention. Or if you have some advice, something that you've seen from your family that has helped you work well and build a good dynamic, then leave a comment on that too. Otherwise, I think that's all I've really got. So, as always, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Just look down in the description below the video and you'll see all the different ways to keep up with me and my social media stuff. So that's going to do it for now. I hope you're all doing well. Hopefully I will see you next time. Stay cool, people.